friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and we are continuing with our trip around the color wheel for our tutorial Tuesday. And as you recall, Sunday we picked red to make some earrings. We picked the one color to go with our bargain bead box, and today we're going to pick another color and do a few pairs of earrings. I think those are probably the best to illustrate the colorway. And I thought we would do opposite on the color wheel from red. Whoops. So we're going to do green today with our bargain bead box. So I'm going to move this, and as you can see, I still have our little trays out, and I'm going to move these, and we're just going to work on green, which is opposite what we did Sunday with, which was red on the color wheel. So green in our bargain bead box, and I've got our bargain bead box items in the middle here. So let me just readjust real quick so that we can just focus on our color and what we're picking, and we will get started. All right, so this gives us more room. I need to move some of our lights. We're going to use green today. And then we've got our color, our beautiful beads from the bargain bead box, the Solstice, which of course is very monochromatic. And if you remember, it exists pretty much in the red-orange family on the color wheel. We're going to be doing green with it today. So what I did is I went through my beads a little bit earlier, and I hope everybody can see this. Let me move some lights around. I'll be right back. I'm going to move some lights around. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I had everything set up the way I wanted, but in looking through my little screen here, it didn't look right. So I wanted us to have plenty of room, and I pulled out some white trays so we could see things better, and I'll put down some white paper too so the colors are really, they pop on the screen for you. Before I get started, I did promise to show you a tool last video, and then I forgot to show it to you. And it is this guy. This is a round nose plier that I found. I don't know if I bought it on Amazon, but it's by Beadsmith, the Beadsmith people. And what's nice about it is they're marked for you. So if you are wanting to do a certain size loop with your wire consistently, you can get one of these. And it's pretty big and heavy, so I don't use it all the time, but when I really want, I told you could mark on your round nose pliers with a Sharpie, but if you can find these, I don't recall where I got them, but they're by the Beadsmith. They are ergonomic. They do have a nice handle, and you got a nice big round. You got two different size rounds, and then you can do 2 millimeter, I think that's 3 millimeter, and 4 millimeter on that side, 5 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 7, and 8 on this side. And if you're ever making your own jump rings, which I'll show you in a basics tutorial, it is helpful to know what size you've got. So sorry about that. I mentioned it and then I didn't show it to you in the last video, so I wanted to make sure that I did that today. If you recall last video, we did some red earrings. We just mixed red with our bargain bead box. So today we are going to mix green with it. Green is opposite of red on the color wheel. I thought we would do a cool color. We did a lot of warm colors on Sunday, so I thought a cool color would be a nice contrast. So I've kind of already picked some beads out, and my thought process with that was I wanted to find something that was kind of medium tone. I did find some darker beads. I found some clear beads, all in green. And then these were cool. They have like a little bit of a metallic to them. Thought those might look kind of cool with this palette. I also found these check beads with the flowers that I thought were super pretty. And all our findings from them are gold. So it picked up the gold nicely. So I thought we would do maybe, I haven't really decided which ones of these to use. I just pulled a bunch out. And then these little spacer beads donut beads were cute in this dark green, more of a true green. And then I just pulled out some little, remember I mentioned number 6 seed beads. They're nice to add a little pop of color without going hog wild. So we were playing also with the more vibrant parts of this box, and I thought today we could pick some of these drusies that have more of the brown, black and gray in them, and then maybe pick up this like beautiful light champagne peach color. And then we have these really pretty neutral rondelles also that I thought might be kind of nice to use. So we're going to grab some more of those from the box. And so I'm going to get these cut up and into some sections so we can just play and start making some earrings. And I will be right back. Okay, so I put these in a little bit of order just so it makes a little bit of sense for the eye. I just organized everything dark to light up here by value, which is on our grayscale. And that way, if I'm using a darker green, which is closer to black on the grayscale, and I want high contrast, I'm going to pick something light, if that makes sense. So you can also organize, once you've got the colors, you can organize by value to kind of give you a little more idea about contrast. You don't have to do this, it's just something that I do when I'm playing with color. And then, full disclosure, I did pull out some, these are my own bead caps, and I have a few other things I may pull in finding wise, but we still have chain and ear wires and plenty of daisy spacers and jump rings. So the box gave you a lot of that stuff. And then this paperclip chain came from my stash. Maybe we'll use some of that. I don't really know yet. I don't have a plan. Other than I just wanted to pick something a little different from what we did Sunday as far as the temperature of the color. And I think the green will be fun. So let's get started. I really, like I said, wanted to use these druzy beads. So maybe we'll start with those. And I want to pick one or several that have that shiny stuff showing, that druzy stuff. These are very, some of them show more than others. That's cool. I love that one. You can really see the druzy in there. That might be, they look like little planets. Amazing. I think we'll go with these. So, I thought these would be really cool with our check beads and maybe these metallic guys, because these have gold in them, and so this sparkle I thought would go nicely. And then these have another metallic element to them as well. And then maybe we'll grab some of these neutrals, neutral rondelles. I think that would be pretty. And then we can either do, we could do something on the bottom here. Or maybe I want to pick up some more green. Let's see. That might be kind of cool. Put a green at the bottom. Oh, and then we have these too I wanted to use. So maybe we'll do a neutral, a green, and a neutral. And then we can use our ballpoint, or our ball end head pins to kind of pick up some of that gold at the end. Let's try that. So I'm going to save these bead caps. Well, maybe we'll use them. Yeah, why not? Go big or go home, right? That's what I'm saying. Let's see if we can find the hole. Always a challenge when you got little beads. So I'm literally just going to Boy, these check beads sure are pretty. I think I'm gonna leave that like that. And I think we'll do a wire wrap today. Got tools everywhere. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, I think these came from the bargain bead box, these green check beads with the flowers. They had a whole bunch in different colors. I can't remember when, but boy, that's the other thing I love about this subscription is that 30% discount on their sister site, which has great prices anyway. That is a very nice stash builder. So if you're not taking advantage of that, that is a very, very nice perk for having a membership with the bargain bead box and getting the box every week, every month, is that coupon, because you can really, I've built up my stash nicely over the years with that. And they have gorgeous things on there. And the thing about it is, though, they have it and then it's gone. So you got to kind of act quick, and they run out of stuff fast. Let's see if I can get that shut. There we go. We just want to make sure we're not poking anyone. But here is our drop. And then I thought we'll do another little connection so we have some movement. So for that, I'm going to use some 22 gauge wire. I thought the druzy and the green would be very pretty together. It's a nice, very subdued yellow. I mean yellow, listen to me. Red orange. And so the warm and the cool contrast each other. So think about that too. Think of the temperature of the color that you're using. And if you want some contrast, you could pick a cool color. If you have a cool color, then you pick a warm color. And then if you want more contrast, you do something dark or something light along the grayscale. Let me make sure this, always want to make sure you get those little sharp ends off so you don't poke yourself or anyone else. They do not feel good if you poke yourself. All right, so we're going to make another wire wrapped loop. Today has been quite hectic at the day job. We have our year end is this week, our fiscal year end. I work in the finance area. As creative as I am in finance, and it's pretty hectic right now. Lots of things we're trying to accomplish, resolve. It's just a lot. And I don't know why it comes every year. It seems to sneak up on all of us. It's like, oh my gosh, it's year end. So needless to say, it's been quite busy. And I'm really looking forward to 4th of July weekend. 1, because it's a nice long weekend. And 2, we'll be done with the madness for a little while. Not that we're done, of course. We're never done. But at least the mad dash to get to the finish line will be over. So we've got this. I do love these bead caps. I think I got those also at Bargain Bead Box on one of their sales. And then look at the sparkle of that druzy. Oh, it's so pretty. Beautiful beads. And I have to say, if you pick beautiful beads, which, how can you not? I don't think I've seen a bead really I didn't like. Haven't met a bead I haven't liked. You're gonna make gorgeous, jewelry. So here is our second loop. In our second section, we're gonna make a loop, and we're gonna turn it this way because of where our ear wire is, remember? You want to make sure you pay attention to that. So I was so excited to do this project today. I haven't even had dinner yet, so I'm hoping my stomach's not going to growl on camera. They said we might get rain. We were hoping for it. The ground is cracked here. It is so dry. When I went out to get the mail, you could see big cracks in our dirt. That's not good. That is very pretty. Let me grab a couple of these, this ear wire. Man, those are really, I think I mentioned that yesterday. Whatever wire they used for that is very tough. Not easy to open, but that's good. That means it's secure. Your earring's not going to go anywhere. That's a bummer. When something falls off your ear wire, ugh, I've had that happen. That's no fun. So here is our green check bead with our beautiful druzy bead from the box. We use the neutral rondelles from the box in a couple of spots. So I would say more green than our actual. We used pretty much an accent color for the bargain bead box. Now the next set of earrings we do, maybe we'll do the opposite. We'll do more of the bargain bead box color. I am going to finish the other earring off camera so we can get to another earring, and we will take a look at all of them once they're put together. So I'm going to move these to the side for now, and let's get started on another pair. I think maybe we could do something with this lighter green. And I was thinking of more of a wire wrapping with a few little dangles. So maybe we're gonna make these long. Maybe we'll throw in some of these pearls. We haven't used these pearls yet from the box. We'll use some daisy spacers. Put some bling in there. And I'm thinking maybe we should put this up here. I'd like to do another. I want to make these long so we can wire wrap. So if we do 3, how many of these do we have? We'll stick 3 and 1. Just for some texture and a little more bling. And 1. And then maybe we'll do some dangles down here. Maybe with a couple of these. And maybe we'll grab a couple of seed beads. These are the number 6 seed beads. Okay, so I don't know about that pearl. Now that I look at that, let me see what this does for me. Maybe I should. Here's where you can go in many directions, as we know. I think I really want to stick to the wire wrap idea. So dangles are out for now. Maybe we should come back in with a long I do like the subtleness of this. What else we got in here? I wanted to do a softer green for you as kind of a contrast. Oh, those are a softer green than those. Decisions. That's pretty. Do I have another one of those? Nope. Well, bummer. Okay, well, we tried. Maybe we'll do more of these. I wanted to do more of the main color though. I'm thinking. I just love the way beads sound when you do that. I'm being silly, I know. I do like the way that sounds. So, I think I know what I'm going to do. I do want something long, and the reason I want something long is because I want to just wrap some wire. But I think maybe with this chain, we can still have the look of long without adding beads. So we are going to use some links from this to attach to our ear wire. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I know it sounds a little odd. We don't need a lot. I just want one link because I'm just trying to mirror that length, the length, and then it'll give us that look. Hopefully. We're about to find out. Okay, so I'm going to take my head pen and I'm going to put on my, I'm going to call these barrel beads. I don't really know what they're called. They're shaped like barrels, so that's what I'm going to call them. Add my little daisies. I'm doing 3 down here for kind of a texture. I'm going to put our really pretty, I think this is dyed agate. It's a pretty, very soft, sea foamy kind of green. Okay, so that's kind of our long piece, and then we're going to, I'm going to come back here because I want a lot of room so that I can add wire. In fact, I may come up just a bit. See how this moves around now? Because we're going to add some wire. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. But we want some room to do like a faux wire wrap. And you could do this with actual long piece of wire, but I'm taking a little bit of a detour because I like these. I like the ball end of the head pins. I didn't want a loop on the bottom there, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So we're going to wrap this, and also we're going to want space between these to wire wrap. There's method to my madness, I promise. Hang with me. All right. So I would say maybe I've got 1/4 of an inch to play with there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our 26 gauge wire, I prefer 24 gauge, but I don't have any in the, you know what? No, let's do 22 gauge. I would prefer 24 gauge, but 22 gauge will be fine to wrap around here. And I'm going to pull a bunch so I have plenty to play with. I'm going to cut that piece. I'm going to warm the end here that I'm going to be working with. And then I'm going to take my stack like this. I am going to start wrapping this around the round part of that. Let me push this in. That's about 3 wraps. And I'm going to slide this bead down. And now we're going to warm this. And we're going to very gently, and I do mean gently, bend our wire. Until we get it here. Make a little loop. Then we're going to wrap that maybe twice or 3 times if you want to go on the opposite side, and I think that's what I want to do. And on this one, I'm going to wrap around that green bead. So we're going to warm this again. This is a Gem Hawks technique I learned. I think I showed you on another video something else where she did this, but I've not ever done it with earrings before, so we'll see how that turns out. And then I think I want to go back around this oval bead. So let's warm that one. And we're going to wrap that. That is very cool looking. Now you could come back through here and do some other things, but in the interest of time, I'm going to leave it at that. I know that's a lot of extra wire. Probably we can use the rest of that for the other earring. So let's nip this. But that extra space that you left is enough to get you some little faux wraps. You know, you don't have to use just one piece. And the reason I didn't do it, that you could do one piece, but I wanted the ball end on this. That's why I did it that way. The other option is to make a loop and dangle something down that way if you want. But I just wanted the swirly look. And now we have our really pretty link. And I think I'm going to do a very nice bead up there. And maybe we'll do some more. Let's pick out another bead cap or something. These are from my stash, of course. Let's see how that one looks. Nope, that's too big. No, too big. Too big, too big. Oh. These are pretty. We'll use those. Okay. We are cooking with gas. Okay. So here's my other ear wire. I mean, my other piece of 22 gauge wire I cut earlier. And so I'm just going to use this for that. I'm going to do another wrap loop. want this loop to be a little smaller, so I'm doing the end of my round nose. Again, you know, you get one that's already marked, then it's perfect. I've gotten to where I can pretty much eyeball it, but sometimes you want them to be exact, and that other tool I showed you looks pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to wrap this. Let's get rid of our end. Somebody texted me, I'm trying to remember who that was, said, I learned a new word today, smish. I say that a lot. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, you'll hear all kinds of technical terms out of me. I don't really know how technical they are, but hey, whatever. So here is our pretty neutral bead. And we're going to wrap this. But remember, these links on this chain, this oval chain that I have, they don't open. You have to cut them. So I'm going to open this up so I can add the link now. If you were to forget, you could either redo it or use a jump ring. It would just make it longer. Because it happens. I forget all the time. So we're going to wrap this. Maybe I'll keep going up. Just to add more texture. Take care of that little end. Okay. Now we have a decision to make. Do we want to attach this right to the ear wire, which we can do. Let's see how it hangs. Yeah, I think we should do that because it's oriented to where you can see all those swirls, and that's what you want. So we're gonna open up our, oops, hello. I'm dropping things all day today. I call it the dropsies. I tell you. I think I'm drinking too much iced coffee and it's making my hands shake because it's too hot to drink hot coffee. Well, the cold coffee goes down mighty fast, and also you're thirsty. So I may be overdoing it on the iced coffee. I think I need to lay off on the iced coffee and just get to some plain water, which I'm sure my kidneys would appreciate. Okay, so there is our wrapped green earring. That turned out very nice. I really like the wire wrapping on that. I love the long link. I think it mirrors the barrel shape of these beads. That's kind of fun. And we've used more of our neutrals with just a pop of the green. So that turned out very nice. So I will do the other one off camera, of course. And maybe we'll do one more. And we'll come back. Let's do, I really love these oblong check glass beads. So we'll do a couple of those. And what haven't we touched yet? Let's see. Move these over. We haven't used our neutrals, and these have a lot of sparkle in them. So we'll do something with those. And maybe I'm thinking might be fun to do like a round earring. With a dangle and those beads. That would be fun. Let's do that. Let me pull out some more wire. So we're going to make a round piece so you can see all the beads around it, and then we're going to dangle this green bead. Okay. What are you talking about, Marcie? Well, first of all, let's wire wrap this guy because he's going to be a dangle. I love that shape, and I love how translucent that is. It's pretty cool. So now we're going to make our wire wrap, and it's going to be hanging. Our round piece is going to go this way, so I'm going to make the loop this way so that this is facing the front, and I'm going to make a smaller loop, so I'm coming to the top of these round nose pliers to make a smaller loop. Make a fun messy wrap at the top of this one. A little boho action. Nip. Okay. Let's make sure that's all right. So we have our drop. Now we're going to take our wire, and I saw something. Where did I see that? I like to keep things as mandrels for when I make shapes. And, oh yeah, here it is. One of the things I love to use, believe it or not, is from a subscription. I get this, I don't know if you've ever heard of this company. It's called Scentbird. They send you perfume samples. You can do once a month, three times a year, twice a year, but you pick fragrances you want to try, and they send it to you in this cute little tube. Well, it's perfect for making round things, as I have found. So I love to take something like this, or anything you have in the house that you think you could work with, and I keep these because then I can just wrap this around here. Ooh, it smells good too. I wish you could smell that. That was a nice one. But yeah, I love it because, I mean, this is not a paid advertisement because I don't work for Scentbird, but it's a good value, and you could try different perfumes. And I don't know about you, but when I try perfumes in the store, I get a headache. So one at a time is just my right pace. So we've got this, and I think we should mirror both, actually, now that I've been yapping. So let me put this back on here. So we have two of the same. And I'm just making round shapes. And I'm just wrapping it around here. Okay. And then put that one off to the side. So for this one, I don't want my dangle, if you don't mind it staying around, your dangle is going to slide. But if you want to give it a little extra something, you can come in here with your flat nose pliers and make a little divot by, I want you to be able to see it, pushing it this way. Don't worry, we haven't ruined anything. And then we're gonna make a little, like a little well. Okay, see that? And come back with our round piece that we had. Come back with that. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just seeing, like right here, I want to make that straight because we're going to wrap around that this way. See that? But we don't want to tie anything yet because we're going to put our beads and our drop on here. So once you have it, you're going to unwrap it just very gently. This is 22 gauge wire, so it's very malleable. So you just want to be a little bit gentle. And you're going to start stringing on your beads. And I think I was going to do it on two sides. I want to be a little, well, do I want to do that? Since I've made this divot, I might not be able to get this bead around here, but I forgot about that. Let's see if we can gently. So you know you're going to wrap your short one around your long one. So yeah, I would just do this at this point, just like this. Yeah, sorry about that. Because you're going to want to string these on. So see how nicely that fits in that little divot? Now it's not going to twist around and go anywhere. So now we're going to add our beads. And I don't know how many I want to put on here, but let's just see. If you do just a gentle bend, they should pop on there. You can always reform this. It's just giving you an idea. That's what's nice about the mandrel. You can go back and reform it. You just want to get the basic shape. That's what's nice about wire that I like. If you don't go too bananas and you're gentle with it, you can really do a lot with it and play with it. And trust me, I have so many scraps. So let's see how that looks. Maybe we'll do 5 on each side. I think I like that. So let's do this side now. I think I'm going to cut that little end off there. Hold your fingers together and hope I can get through that little bend that I made. I might have to gently coax that. Yeah. There we go. No worries. If it gets too hard, like you don't feel like you can, you know, if you miss that step like I do, or I went a little too fast with it, I mean, it is just wire. You can just cut another piece. Yeah. There we go. What you don't want to do is crack your beads. That's a no-no. We'll do the next one just so I can show you the right steps. I will do that one on camera again. Also, you want them to mirror each other. So that's why I put them both on that mandrel. All right, so we've got, that's really pretty, isn't it? So now we're gonna make a bend. We had a bend earlier. Let me take this, our mandrel. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but my mother is in the other room cracking up at something. I have no idea what, but she's hysterical. It's quite funny. Okay. Something's got her tickled. All right. Now we're going to wrap, let me just take a look at this really quick. So a lot of this is eyeballing because you are hand doing this. This is not a machine doing this. So we're gonna just wrap this. This is our shorter wire. And then you are gonna have to zhuzh and play with it, you know. And I don't know what she's laughing at, but she's in there hysterical. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. It's kind of funny. Okay. So wrap. And then remember our ear wire is going to be a side, go this way. So we want our loop to be sideways. So let's just, you know, in fact, we could add a bead up there too. But I think I'll just, for the sake of time. So here's another loop. Okay, we're gonna add our ear wire. These are tough to open, so I'm gonna just add it now. Okay. And then we're gonna wrap some more. And just keep wrapping. Oops. Gotta get that short one out of the way. Keep wrapping. I think I'm just gonna wrap all of it, just so it's nice and boho-y looking. I'm trying to get that short one around a few more times. Okay. All right. We went off on a tangent with the wire wrapping, but I think it turned out kind of neat. You can make these neater than I did, of course. You can add a bead in the center like I did, or like I thought about. But here is the earring. Isn't that pretty? So we'll make the other one so I can show you those steps again, because it's a lot. So we're going to take another long piece of our 22 gauge wire. And, oh, we did that already. Let's see, here it is. So we made this form, and we're going to put it around our mandrel one more time. Our little scent bird. A lipstick might work too, actually, now that I think about it, or a perfume bottle. Now, I kind of want to match these up a little bit. So I am going to just lay this over here to see kind of where that divot was. And I think it was like right there. We'll match them up more too. And remember, we're going to take this and we're going to bend this way. Like that. And then you can see there's kind of flat right there. We're going to gently press into that little shape, that little divot shape. Now here's where we started bending the wire. We don't want to do that yet. We're going to slide our beads on now. And that's what I should have done on the last one. Oh, I got to make my dangle. Silly me, I was only planning on doing one of these. That's okay. We're going to do the dangle. That won't take long at all. And always think about where this is going to be oriented. So remember, flat side you want showing. So you're going to wrap your loop this way. And again, I'm going to make a small loop. So I'm going to use the front end of my round nose pliers. And give that a good wrap. Okay. Ready to rock and roll. So we're going to add this to our form that we just made. See how nicely that hangs? I love to add that little piece down there if you're ever doing anything where you want something to dangle. It just kind of makes a little channel for it and keeps it from going anywhere. So now we're going to add our 5 beads to each side, and this will be easier now to string because we didn't have that little bump that I made in the other one. As you make stuff, you know, you learn the order of things when you experiment. And of course I came in here with no plan, but I like to have no plan so you all can see and experience. If I make the mistake and I have to go back and fix it, then that's one less mistake that hopefully you make because you already saw me do it. But it is trial and error, as we know, making jewelry. And every technique that you come across or play with has its trial and error, of course. So, but to me, that's the fun. You know, it's solving a problem a little bit. Like, I want this to be round. How am I going to make that round? How am I going to, you know, attach these? How do I want to finish this off? It's all kind of part of it. Okay, so now we have those are so pretty. I really do like that. So now I'm going to get my mandrel out again. And I think I want to do that. But we can also double check it against the one we made. So let's line them up. And they're not going to be exact, you know. I mean, these are handmade. So I think we need to come up a little. And then we're going to wrap that one. I think that'll do it. We're about to find out. Before I start wire wrapping, let me just check one more time. Pretty darn close. So we're going to wrap this one about 3 or 4 times. And then we'll make our loop. Just double check these one more time. Oops. Come back here, mister. There we go. So now we will make our loop, and of course we want it to go sideways because of the ear wire. And of course we're going to slide our ear wire on now because we don't want to. Oops. I made that loop too big. No biggie. make it smaller. So I made my loop bigger than I wanted. I just went back through and made it smaller. So if that happens to you, don't fret. You can put your round nose in there and reshape that. So now we're going to do our boho messy wraps. Ah, forgot to add the ear wire. Oh, you guys. I hope I'm entertaining for you. I hear a collective, you forgot your ear wires. It's all right. They open. They're just a pain to open. No worries. I wanted to show you the loop thing. I think that's the bigger lesson in this. Because I know I get frustrated if things, I mean, of course they're not going to look perfect. Like I said, they're handmade. That's part of the charm of, you know, the jewelry that we make. A machine didn't make it, a human being did, right? So forget perfection. It's not about perfection. It's about you putting your heart and soul into something and it being something that you made. And that's why people love handmade items. Whoops. So these turn out rather nice. I really like those. And they kind of have a leaf shape to them, don't they? They do mimic the shape of this, which I like. You've got your nice neutral, but these have a lot of Aurora Borealis in the bead. And then you have the pretty green. So, yeah, let me get the others and we will take a look at all three on the white paper. And then I will bid you adieu. Okay, everybody. So here's our earrings that we finished. 3 pair. Tutorial Tuesday, 3 pair of earrings using Bargain Bead Box, Solstice Warmth, which is all these lovely warm colors. And we added green, different shades, different types, gemstone, check beads, dark beads, frosty beads with little metallic finish, and then some clear beads. So we have a nice representation here. I really love the way these turned out, and this is not a typical color, I have to tell you, that I would pick. So let's do just a little bit of a close-up here. You can get a closer look at what we're looking at here. So we did more of the neutral tones with some of the green. We came in and used more of the fiery druzy with our check beads, and then we used some more subtle colors with our wire wrapped oblong chain beads. And I think they're all very unique. They turned out very nicely. So do experiment. It's not a color. First of all, I don't use a lot of this color, but I also never really thought about using it with these beads until we did our color wheel challenge. So now we've done green with our Bargain Bead Box, and we've done red, and we've done warm analogous colors. So I think our next class / video will be analogous colors on the cool side of the color wheel, which is going to be probably your green, your blue-green. Well, let me scoot this over. Sorry, I know it's shiny. Maybe we'll do yellow, green, green, blue, possibly. Blue violet we did on the last box, and yellow is a warm color, so we want to go with these 4 probably on Sunday with our red orange. That'll be pretty, and that'll do analogous colors on the cooler side. And then for Tutorial Tuesday next week, we'll pick another color to add to this. So I think this the little experiment turned out nice. And you have now seen many different options. I hope you're playing with this box if you got it. If you didn't, if you do just have this palette or colors similar in like a red orange, you can still play along. So thanks so much for watching. I know this was a long one, but kind of got into the jewelry making moment, didn't I? And also we got into some really cool techniques with wire, which I didn't anticipate. So that turned out very fun, and I'm looking forward to doing the next video with you. Thank you so much for all your sweet comments. I'm glad you're learning, and this is something that you can apply to any kind of craft or jewelry making or anything that you do, even if you're going to redo your bathroom. Color theory is just something that is going to help you do a lot of things in the long run, even if it's just dressing up a table for a party. So eye candy for you, new techniques, I hope, some more ideas about color. And do join us on Facebook under Marcie Creates if you would like to share anything that you're making. It doesn't have to be color theory or this box. Show us anything. Very nice group of people have joined. I love the encouragement you all give each other, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the Facebook group. I love for people to be able to get together with a common passion, and we all love to make jewelry and we love beads, so of course it's a natural. And I know there's a lot of groups out there, so those are you that have joined. Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. I'm going to link the workshops for the color wheel, both sides, in the description for this video. And also join me on Pinterest if you want, under Marcie Creates, that's one word, Studio. If you just want to see more color ideas and more visual inspiration, I've got a Pinterest board dedicated to this as well. So thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your week. This will probably be my last video till Sunday. I may do a finished jewelry update. I haven't decided yet. And then, of course, Sunday, we will do our next color theory class with another color. Or, I'm sorry, with the analogous color scheme with the cool colors. That's what we're going to do. So take care of yourselves and your sweet families. I hope everybody's healthy and happy. Stay cool if you're in a hot place. And let's continue to pray for some world peace. And I will see you on the next video.